Welcome back, guys, to the fourth episode of Cup of Joe Crypto, where I bring you the daily trending news on Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies. I went out and bought myself a microphone today because I got to be honest, listening to yourself on your first few YouTube videos, it does sound a little bit weird, and I have to admit that I thought the quality of my recordings and my sound was just not there. I just sound so melatonin, as if I didn't have any personality in my voice. So I went out and bought a new mic, and hopefully this definitely brings the quality of my sound up. And throughout this process, I'm going to continue to try different things, invest money, and build this channel into something that I think all you guys will really enjoy. As I start out every video, please subscribe. I'm brand new, so even one subscriber helps. One view helps, one like helps. And if you have any negative feedback, instead of hitting the dislike button, please feel free to leave a comment below and give me some advice. I am a person who's open to advice, and I want to learn. So if there's anything that you as the audience can teach me, please feel free to let me know. So we're going to go ahead and start out with the daily market coin market cap. BTC dominance still around 69%, still pretty high, with the market cap at $250 billion. We talked about in the last few episodes whether or not Bitcoin would remain above that 9,500 mark or push below down to even 95, or I'm sorry, 8,500. As I told you, I did think BTC would rise above the 9,500 mark. I still think there's a lot of positivity in the market. Um, the reason for the dip, I truly, again, as I said before, I think it's whale manipulation. Um, doesn't mean that we won't see an $8,500 Bitcoin, but in my personal opinion, I believe we will go back up to the 10K BTC mark, as well as Ethereum having a great day. Oh, well, not great, but compared to what we have been, up 2%, XRP remaining the same. Bitcoin Cash had pretty much a flat day. Litecoin up 0.89. Tether remains at $1. Binance Coin continues to plunge. As I said, I believe Binance Coin will continue to take a beating as American residents are asked to stay away and no longer use the exchange. EOS had a pretty good day at 3.26. Bitcoin SV, not a big fan of it. Pretty much had a stale day as well. Stellar up 2%. And Cardano, one of my favorite projects, pretty stagnant at 0.09%. But I'm glad to see it jump over Monero again and get a little bit closer to that top 10 mark. I truly believe Cardano is a project that deserves to be in the top 10, especially over, in my opinion, a Binance coin or a Bitcoin SV. Um, so we'll see. Hopefully, Cardano moves in the direction I wanted to see. I think Cardano has an amazing person behind them. I think Charles Hoskinson is a brilliant mind, and is looking to solve a lot of different issues that I think he could really bring some tremendous assets to the crypto space. So we shall see. Why did Bitcoin price drop below 10K, and what do we look for next? As I told you, why I believe it dropped below that 10K mark, but Horace Hughes wrote as to why he believes it fell. Bitcoin decided to take that bearish path, or maybe larger players that shaped the market made the choice for it. The ascension from the narrowing pennant proved to be a fake out in a tweezer top at 10,278, followed by a sharp reversal all the way to the bottom of the larger bull pennant that Bitcoin has traded in since topping out at 13,800 on June 26th. Man, I remember that day. Man, was I excited. I really thought that was the beginning of something insane. The majority of popular crypto Twitter traders fell mysteriously mute as the carnage unfolded on August 28th. As mentioned previously, the danger of issuing price action absolute rooted in hubris is that the unpredictably cruel hands of fate often bring down the self-assured faster than Larkus fell in his ill-planned mission to escape Crete. As the day progressed, however, analysts began to piece together a narrative that explained how the bear break could have occurred, and some interesting theories surfaced. This is one of my theories. A market maker makes a whale-sized trade. A $120 million buy wall on BitMEX stands out as an anomaly. If those exist in the crypto market, that could have impacted today's pullback, but that is yet to be determined. One trader who goes by the moniker Crypto Monk suspects all the buy wall was someone trying to unload some corn, or in simpler terms, a large seller threw up a buy wall to maintain Bitcoin price while unloading from their own stack. Another theory stipulates that the buy wall manipulate prices to meet a trader's asks. At the end of the day, the carnage resulted in 144 million liquidation of longs on BitMEX, and Bitcoin bulls had a little pep taken out of their step. The next one, Whale Alert tracks 500 million in BTC transfers. There has also been an unusual number of large Bitcoin transfers taking place. On August 27th, Whale Alert, a Twitter-based crypto transaction bot, flagged a 8,182 BTC, essentially $82 million transfer from one unknown wallet to another unknown wallet, and this was the third massive transfer to take place over the past 3 days. Just a day earlier, 12,000 BTC, 124 million USD, was transferred, and on August 24th, 33,706 BTC, 341 million USD was transferred. While large crypto transactions are normal for the sector, $500 million in Bitcoin over 3 days is notable. Further analysis of the transaction showed that these mega transfers are being consolidated within a single address. And this goes to show you the transaction details of the larger ones. Shows you the amount, the timestamp, the hash, who it was from, what wallet it was from, which wallet it went to. So essentially it says, where do we go from here? As a review, the Bollinger Band indicator, the Bitcoin Golden Ratio indicator, and bearish moving average convergence, the MACD, all provided valuable insight into yesterday's move. As discussed in yesterday's post, a sunny interpretation of the recent downside break would see BTC drop and hold at 94 to 95, then slowly work its way back up to 11.5. Kind of what I'm thinking. While outside the pennant, 9,416 extends to a lower arm of the Bollinger Band indicator, and BTC's previous price action of consolidating within symmetrical triangles would dictate a touch at this point, then a journey back toward the upper Bollinger Band arm. This arm is also near the upper arm of the triangle, 10,400, 10,600, and are likely to function as resistance points along this journey. And we'll say a less positive interpretation of yesterday's price action would see Bitcoin drop below 9,400, and the lack of purchasing demand shown by the volume profile visible range could lead to BTC dropping or going below the 61.8% retracement level. Dropping to 8,000 or 7,650 seems unlikely, and would expect that an oversold bounce would correspond with buyers showing healthy interest around 8,700. I tell you what, if Bitcoin goes anywhere below 9,000, I'm a buyer. Like I said, I buy $50 every single week. Sometimes when I believe that BTC is a little bit lower than it should be, I might throw in an extra $25, $50. The long-term plan for me is to accumulate over, I buy $50 every single week, dollar cost averaging. That prevents so many solutions to a lot of problems crypto players have. They want to guess the lowest price. They want to guess what the highest price is. If you dollar cost average over the long run, you will save yourself and make yourself a lot of money. Again, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion. So we'll go on to say Bitcoin remains in the accumulation phase. As you, what I just told you, I believe now is the time you accumulate. A popular crypto analyst, Philb, also tweeted a BTC hodl wave chart, which, according to his interpretation, shows that BT selling is reaching an end as investors who bought Bitcoin 3 to 4 months ago are now taking profits, and these coins could be moving into larger hands that will accumulate and hodl in anticipation of the 2020 halvening event. So, what's this tell us? It tells us a whole lot of people have a whole lot of different opinions and suggestions. At the end of the day, my suggestion, dollar cost average. I think if you're a long-term hodler in Bitcoin, I think if you hodl, you will be fine. Here's an interesting story by Greg Thompson. 4 of 5 Bitcoin QR code generators are complete scams. As we know in the Bitcoin space, that word scam is thrown out a lot. And sadly, there's a lot of legitimate reasons as to why it's thrown out. A report found that 4 out of 5 Google results for Bitcoin QR code generators linked to websites hosted by scammers. Source Shutterstock. An analyst of Bitcoin QR code generator reveals the precarious state of basic security in the cryptocurrency sphere. A report from Zengo showed 4 out of the top 5 QR code generators listed on Google's front page are controlled by scammers. When a user tries to create a QR code for their Bitcoin address, the malicious websites generate a QR code for the scammer's own wallet. At least $20,000 can be linked to the malicious addresses, likely a fraction of the total amount stolen over the years. So, my suggestion to you, don't use the code generators on Google. Guys, this is just another reason for me to make this page. I don't want people to be scammed. There's so many people in this space that are trying to steal your money. The best thing you can do is to be secure. Trust only those people and the wallets that you know are secure. Don't send your money anywhere. Don't just push your money anywhere. Put it safe. It can easily be taken. Rather than type out their 34-character address for every transaction, a cryptocurrency user has the option of generating a QR code, essentially acting as a personal barcode. The QR code links back to the user's wallet address, and when a vendor needs to receive a transaction, all the buyer has to do is scan it with their smartphone. The QR code has become the staple of cryptocurrency space in recent times. They are used by vendors, content creators, and tippers on a constant basis all over the internet. And the reason being is because some of these Bitcoin addresses, 36 characters long, 34 characters long, how easy is it to mistype one of those letters and send it to the wrong address where it goes to essentially sometimes nobody? And we all know once that happens, it's gone forever. Uh, a good portion of Bitcoin has been sent to those types of addresses and lost forever. So that goes on to say that this makes Zengo's findings all the more troubling. When Bitcoin QR generator is typed into Google, 4 out of the 5 results turn out to be scams. This method used by the scammers is very simple. They just replace the user's wallet address with their own. Furthermore, when a user copies an address to their clipboard, in order to paste it, the website silently replaces the address with that of the scammers. So guys, please be aware. These scammers are getting more and more creative each day. Always be careful when sending your Bitcoin. So I'll read this last part and then I'll move on to the next article. The malicious websites also prove very adaptive, producing fake addresses for any of Bitcoin's multiple address formats, making the fakes even harder to detect. An analyst of the code underlying the web pages reveals some scammers don't even use their own QR generators. Instead, they import the generator used on the popular blockchain.com website. So, again, careful. So we'll move on to a little bit More different style news. Daily trending news and market sentiment. Mega rich Indians love Bitcoin. So this article by Salama goes on to state there was no miracle recovery on Friday for Bitcoin, although there is still the North American market that is about to get underway, which of course you know this article was from yesterday. If there was going to be salvation there, they would have already trickled in by now. At Bitcoin Bull Capital goes on to say Bitcoin is taking a breather since its big slide yesterday and has found support at the $9,500 region. Analysts believe that despite the movement, the price uptrend is still solid. Hodl, hodl, hodl. My thoughts exactly. As it stands, Bitcoin price seems to be steadying at above USD 9,500, although two scary moments have taken place with sellers trying to breach new lows, still holding at USD 34 9,343 CoinDesk. If yesterday brought studies suggesting that long-term holders for Bitcoin had long ago cashed out, today we see reports coming that say that that show is far from over. In India, at least, the mega rich appear to be choosing Bitcoin for investment and preferring it to altcoins. So, at Financial Express goes on to say, following Bitcoin, Indian super rich is more inclined towards Ethereum and Ripple. Rich Indians more likely to buy Bitcoin. So, I don't care what nationality, who you are. I believe Bitcoin is a solid investment, no matter who these mega rich people are. The more mega rich people investing into Bitcoin, the better it will be for the space overall. The survey released by Hura India and reported by Financial Express did, however, show that most respondents still did not know what cryptocurrencies were and that Bitcoin was only a fourth highest choice for investment. But the fact that it was only topped by real estate, stocks, and fixed income assets shows that it has a lot of strength yet, especially since most didn't know about it. So if this is the type of news still is a reflection of how the rest of the world views Bitcoin, it should make you feel like an early adopter. And again, guys, I think we are very earlier on in this space. I think if you got in now or even before this, you got in at the right time. In other news, meanwhile, Binance is keen to assure its fans that when it comes to its own crypto project codenamed Venus, it will not make the same mistakes that Facebook did with Libra. Binance co-founder He told Bloomberg, if we want to launch Venus in a country, we will make sure that it complies with the regulators. And I won't go on to much more into that. Moving on to the last article. Why Tether volume is at all-time highs. Leah Kuhn writes, a year after China banned local fiat on ramps for crypto exchanges, Chinese traders continued to drive the market forward by using the dollar-pegged stablecoin Tether. Crypto trading businesses are restricted from accessing banking services in China, but they are thriving. Nonetheless, Dragonfly Capital Partner co-founder Alexander Pak told CoinDesk, traders generally work around such banking restrictions by using stablecoins. According to CoinMarketCap, USDT activity reached an all-time high this month, with the global market cap exceeding $4 billion. Tether is reportedly used in between 40 to 80% of all transactions on the exchanges Huobi and Binance, the latter of which now offers loans based on USDT collateral. But since the asset is favored among the over-the-counter traders, official exchange volumes hardly paint a complete picture. Blockchain data from Coinmetrics tally a full year of transactions detected an annual peak in activity on August 7th with 78,100 active wallets for USDT and nearly 21,300 for the Ethereum-based counterpart USDTE. In fact, according to data, ETH gas station, Tether paid nearly $261,000 in fees to Ethereum mines just to run this secondary version of the stablecoin. Another Tether-issued stablecoin is on the way, this time pegged to the Chinese yuan. All things considered, USDT brokers have carved out a lucrative niche in 2019, especially brokers that provided fiat liquidity. Tether has truly good liquidity in China. A Chinese investor speaking on the condition of anonymity told CoinDesk one of the primary use cases as fiat is a fiat off-ramp for crypto trading. I did also see some people using Tether for legit business use cases like cross-border trading. On the other hand, two different Asian OTC traders who requested anonymity to protect their businesses told CoinDesk a significant portion of their transactions come from Chinese clients using USDT to move assets beyond their homeland strip capital controls. This has always been a significant part of OTC flows in crypto, and one Hong Kong-based trader used, for example, his desk conducted 45 million worth of trades on August 6 with USDT representing more than half the volume. We'll read this last part. The Chinese bulls. Experts believe this surge in USDT usages may be driven by enthusiasm for a potential bull market rather than any changes in capital flight patterns. Tether is the easiest way to hold a relatively stable volume of value at an exchange that doesn't accept dollars. The US-based trader said it's much more about the USDT network effect than any technology, infrastructure, or other advantage. So, to wrap this up, Tether, which I'm not a fan of because we have found out, Tether is not 100% backed by USDT. It's something that I don't personally put my money into. I'd rather put it into different stable coins, pretty much anything other than Tether. Just be careful. As you guys can see, Tether is printed like it's nothing to try to get some exchanges out of trouble. And just, like I said, do your own research. Even if it's Tether, do your own research. Look into it. See what's happened with Tether in the past. Always dive into something. We all work extremely hard for our money. So I say always do your own research before even putting $1 into anything. Guys, it's always hard to start your channel off. I'm gonna keep producing content no matter the views, no matter the subscribers. But I tell you this, what I will do is the first 100 people to subscribe to my channel, I will do a live draw and I will randomize the list of the 100 YouTubers. At the end of the randomization, the top person will send me their BTC address through email or however they like, and I will send $100 of Bitcoin to them. Spread the word of my channel. The more subscribers, the more fuel it gives me. No matter what, I'll be putting out content almost daily, if not daily, several times a week. But yeah. Leave some comments, leave me feedback, let me know how you feel. If there's anything I can do to help you or answer any questions, let me know. Guys, I look forward to the next video. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, and until next time, see ya.